Hey everybody, welcome back to Magic Orthodoxy. My name's David, and this is a Magic Review. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for being here. We are going to look at a project that has the internet a-buzzing. People are asking questions. They've seen this, they've seen the trailer. The trailer makes a lot of very boastful claims. And whenever that happens, I think people start talking. They want to know. They want to know what's going on. That's why I'm here. I am here to open the box up and tell you exactly what you get. Okay? So that's what I do. I review the latest and the greatest. Before you spend your money on the next big thing, make sure you come back here, do a search up there, use the search field, and check to see if there is a magic review out on YouTube, because that's why all these magic review channels exist. Okay? Don't just go to one. There's several voices. Go to all of them. Okay? Go to all of them. Listen to what all these different opinions have to say, and then formulate a plan. Is this going to fit your character? Is this worth your money? Is this the trick you would actually perform? Those are very good questions. Today, we're talking about Tempus. This is Tempus. It's from Menny, Lindenfeld, and it is a watch stopping effect. With Tempus, you will perform the cleanest and most believable time-stopping demonstrations that look and feel like real mind power. Your audience will swear you have superhuman powers. With the system, you can stop time on a single or multiple borrowed watches. And once you stop the watch can be freely handed around. You can even let go of the watch. You can step away from the watch, and the watch will remain motionless the entire time. You have complete control over that watch. Stop or come back to life at your command. And you're going to be surprised how easy this is to master and how easy it is to perform. All right, so let's say you pay $55 to hocus-pocus.com. What are you going to get? All right, so everything you need comes inside this tiny box. This is how big the box is, okay? So all the gimmickry, all the stuff you need is within this box. And let me just add, there is no watch, right? You are not getting a watch. You are not getting a dummy watch. You are not getting a gaffed watch. There is no time device included in this. Inside that box, you are getting this box, which kind of looks like a tiny little tin. And let me just offer that the tin is also used in the effect. So you're going to carry your items, you're going to carry your gimmicks in this, and Menny will offer you many different ideas about how to use this. But I can now not open this, okay? Once I open this, that would reveal the secret, okay? And this is one of those tricks where I can't reveal what this is, okay? That would give away Menny's secret. But let me ask this question. Is it what I thought? Yes, it is what I thought, because this is the classic, historically classic way of stopping a watch piece. So if you already know a way to stop a watch, and it's a classic version, it's an old school version, that is how this is done. And I'll be honest with you, when I opened the box, I was a little underwhelmed. I opened it up and there was a little bit of a, really? It's this? Because I was really hoping it wasn't this. Really crossing my fingers that it wasn't this. And so when I saw it, especially since these are found items, right? These are found items. And even though Menny has done some research and he's found you the best items, and he has slightly modified them so that they can do the things he wants, at the end of the day, they're still found items. And it's familiar already. It wasn't a surprise. I was hoping for something new because the trailer was so exciting, but a little let down that it wasn't new. All right, so what's the overall quality and production value of the video? Okay, I need to say videos, okay? There are 4 videos in this. 4 videos. You are getting 5 hours of teaching. If you watch the trailer, they're really going to tell you exactly what's covered in this, but there's even more covered beyond that. This is definitively a masterclass in stopping time. It is a master, no stone left unturned. In fact, in most of my reviews, I am able to walk through a video, even if it's 2 hours, right? And tell you like what kind of tricks are covered, you know, how long they spend on what. With this, there is literally so much covered. I couldn't even begin to tell you how much is taught in this. So here's what I'm going to do, okay? I'm going to show you the menus, just so you get a picture of how much is covered. And strategically, I have crossed out, okay, so the menus don't look like this. I have crossed out any words that might tip you off as to how the trick is done. So I've crossed off some gimmick words, all right? So if you see some scratch marks, that's me crossing out a gimmick, okay? So I don't want you to see the gimmicks. I just want you to see the timestamps. I just want you to see the amount of work that Menny and his team have done on this, how much is covered in this, so that you can really see what your $55 gets you. Video 1 is 55 minutes long. You get an intro, you're gonna get the trailer. He's gonna talk about the differences between a quartz watch and a mechanical watch. And this is very, very, very important. The disclaimer should be, this trick should be done with quartz watches only. You cannot do this trick with a mechanical watch, so you need to know the difference. He'll go into the method, right? He'll do a deep dive into all the different types of watches. He talks about prep, how you can finger palm this gimmick and ditch it, and how you could use holdouts. Video 2 is 1 hour, 46 minutes long. Literally, almost the entire first hour is all about different types of watch straps and how those come into play. He offers you an impromptu, no gimmick version, and he goes through some performance tips. Video 3 is 1 hour and 25 minutes long. He spends some time talking about chronograph watches, and then covers watches that are also metal bracelets. He'll cover how to perform this trick on Zoom and social media, and he offers you some additional techniques. Video 4 is about half an hour, and this is a video solely devoted to the second gimmick that's included, and this video is really all about using that gimmick in connection with the first one. Pocket space, it literally takes up no space. These are the smallest things ever. And they're made so small that they're going to completely vanish. Vanish against your fingers, vanish against other props like pens or your own watch, vanish against the spectator's watch. And he's going to talk about how to carry them, and he's going to give you lots of carrying options. Angles-wise, like I was just saying, virtually invisible. Virtually invisible. That's why the trailer can say that you can walk away or the spectator can hold it, because it's going to be so impossible to see. And that means it's also inspectable. The spectator can hold their watch, turn it over, look at things. They're going to see exactly nothing. They're going to feel like they are holding a watch that's frozen in time. Setup and prep is going to vary on the type of trick you're going to do, the type of watch you're going to do, and the method that you've chosen. Menny is going to give you a lot of methods, okay? But at the end of the day, there's only one trick, right? Stopping a watch, okay? So you're going to watch 5 hours of material and decide for yourself, how do I want to do this? What watches am I looking for? Is this something I want to do to my own watch, or is this something I want to do to spectators' watches? Do I want to do this to multiple watches? You're going to glean all this information and then kind of handpick the stuff that works for you, and you're going to run with that. I think that the amount of information that they're giving you is so vast and so great. It's really a tidal wave. It is a tidal wave of information. It's like walking into a library and saying this library is solely devoted to time-stopping effects, right? And then you get to go through that library, you get to glean all that knowledge, and then you get to craft something that works specifically for you. So positives, Tempus is the Bible of watch stopping techniques. You know, what is offered here is nothing short of a masterclass in mentalism. And I know we throw that word out a lot, right? We say, oh, this is a masterclass in such and such, but this really is. 5 hours? 5 hours, okay? So at $55, that's $10 an hour. That's pretty cheap for magic lessons, right? $10 an hour. So you really are getting a lot for your money. Negatives, just a few. Every single video starts with the same intro and the trailer. I have to sit through the trailer on every single video. I didn't understand why they needed to pad each video with extra videos. Like, I already felt the videos were too long. Why pad them with the trailer? And then at the end, there were advertisements for other effects. So I didn't need that either. It's like every single video had an advertisement for other magic effects. So again, I just felt like the videos were padded. Other negative was, like I said, this wasn't a new gimmick. This was a very old gimmick. This is the classic gimmick. And I think the huge negative with this gimmick, and the reason why there are many magicians that will not do this trick, is because of the variables. At the end of the day, it's possible for you to make a mistake. I'm not saying you wouldn't be careless or that you didn't do your due diligence, but it is possible. It's always possible that you could make a mistake. Always possible that you could screw up. That is certainly in the wheelhouse, right? If you are not using your own watch, you could screw up. Just like when you borrow someone's phone. You borrow somebody's phone, you are running the risk that you could drop it and something could happen to it, right? And so, forbid that that should happen, but this gimmick has notoriously been accused of breaking people's watches. Now, granted, it's only certain types of watches, but that means you have to know that, okay? You have to know the difference. You have to be a kind of person who can spot those types of watches, and you have to listen very carefully to what Menny tells you. You can't just brush through this teaching. You really have to watch all 5 hours so that this won't happen to you. Menny's going to teach you how to get around it. He's going to teach you how to avoid it. But even he says in the video, I don't perform with expensive watches. So even if they fit the criteria, he doesn't perform with expensive watches because of that reason. Well, here's the thing. Watches sometimes aren't expensive, but they're sentimental. It's very possible they could be wearing a watch that belonged to their dad or their grandfather. People are like that. And so again, even though it's cheap, you don't want to break somebody's watch, right? So there is that. There's also the idea that how many people wear these types of watches anymore? They are slowly going out of style. More people are wearing digital watches or smart watches, right? Or no watch, because we all use our phones now. So you're going to have to find the right type of watch and the person wearing a watch, right? So maybe this is something you just want to do with your own watch. Maybe you want to find just a junky watch that works with this trick, and you can do, or have a bunch of watches. Maybe you carry a bunch of watches and you do a selection. Say, hey, you know, you pick a watch, and then you can do it with that. And then you don't care about breaking watches. But that's typically been the negative surrounding this effect. And like I said, it's $55, right? $55. You're getting 4 videos, 5 hours of teaching, no watch included, but a gimmick that you could find online or at the store. I hope that answers all your questions. I know it probably doesn't, but I hope I kind of started the conversation for you. And if you can find other people out on the internet who've reviewed this as well, I would definitely go watch them, listen to their voices, go out to the forums, see what other people are saying. Make an educated purchase with this for sure. And hey, I wish you luck. So do me a favor, if I've answered some questions for you or maybe introduced you to a trick you didn't know anything about, hit like, hit subscribe, hit follow, click all those buttons. That really helps me out a lot. And big thanks to hocus-pocus.com for allowing me to have this so that I could do the review for you. Thanks guys, I'll see you next time. Bye.